we are going to enter the states and the legalization part of the presentation. And does anybody know? I'm sorry. The question is, what state was the first to legalize the medical use of marijuana? Not the full legalization, but the medical use. Is it A, California, B, Colorado, C, Washington State, D, New York, or E, New Hampshire?
I'm going to say A because California crazy. So, yeah, A.
B. Washington.
And the correct answer is A, California. California has passed this, California passed Proposition 15 in 1996 for the distribution, possession, cultivation of marijuana for medical use. Now, with that being said, there were loopholes in the Proposition 15 that was saying that all one individual would have to do would be to go to the doctor and say that, hey, my back's hurting, or I have a headache, or I can't sleep at night. Without showing any symptoms to the doctor first, they can write them a prescription for the use of the medical marijuana. And that system is so much being abused right now that the now governor of California, Arnold, says that he sees people on the side of the street out in public smoking without it being fully legalized in California. So now we're jumping to the full legalization of marijuana. And does anybody know what two states has full legalization? That means recreational and medical use. And it's just, guessing two states.
Colorado and I don't know.
Texas and New York. Washington and Ohio.
The correct answers are Colorado and Washington State. With both of them passing amendments, Colorado passing Amendment 64 and Washington passing Amendment 502. With that being said, the next question, it should be easy to answer. Amendment 64 is passed by what state? Colorado. Amendment 64 states that an individual can consume an ounce of marijuana. Also, with legal documentation, an individual can grow 6 plants. With that being said, the problem that is with Colorado's Amendment 64 is that it's on 2 pages, and those are the vague descriptions of individual can consume an ounce of legal marijuana, and he can have 6 plants. They don't really give any rules or regulations. They said that they give the cities that's within the state the regulation parts of it, and all the regulation, rights to say how they're going to run their shops, or who's going to do this and who's going to do that when getting out the marijuana to individuals.
All right, so you're saying in Colorado, the different cities inside can determine how they want to do within themselves because it's such a broad or it's such a gray area. That's what you're saying?
Yes, okay. because it's on 2 pages and it's such a gray area. It gives, say for instance, benefits to, or not benefits to the states or to the cities, because they're not putting regulations on pesticides. They're not putting regulations on edibles. They're not putting edibles or food that's infused with marijuana. They're not putting regulations on THC levels. They're not putting regulations on, the only regulations that they're putting on that you can have 6 plants and that you can have an ounce of weed. Of marijuana. And basically, you can be intoxicated, but they haven't put out yet how they would know that this individual is intoxicated, or what level potency the THC has to be at in order for them to say that you're under arrest or you're breaking the
Size
law.
plants or anything.
Right. Initiation 502 was passed by what state?
Washington.
Yeah. The other
Washington
state.
State.
The
Washington
other
State.
one.
Initiative 502 is kind of different. As you can have, they set it up to where their alcohol commission actually runs the marijuana business. They have these three businesses. One business where you can cultivate and plant, another business where you can process foods and plant, and then another business where you can do the retail part of it. And in those businesses, you have to spend a certain amount of money to initiate it. Then you have to, spend a certain amount of money every year to keep up those laws. Within that, you can't lateral business, like you can't be a producer and a realtor, or a producer and a maker, because they want to regulate each part of that, and they want to ensure that criminals don't get a hold of their business by doing background checks. They give you penalties for, say for instance, if you are behind on your child support, or if you don't put the labels on the boxes as in cigarettes. Those are penalties that you have to pay hefty fines for, and you may be able to lose your license to distribute marijuana. Also, they, I just lost my train of thought. Also, if, say for instance, one of you would perish and you have a business, it would be a way that you can pass that down. The only thing that's wrong with the initiative from Washington is that they too also don't have any regulations on their pesticides. They too don't have, what is it called? They don't have regulations, and they don't have like agricultural areas. So say for instance, in both states, Colorado and Washington, the marijuana growers or farmers are taking over peach farm areas and using pesticides that are making these fruits poison, that are killing these crops. And they haven't come up with, regulations of pesticides. They don't know what animals eat up marijuana plants and nothing like that. So they're just out there just trying different things, not knowing that they're polluting the ground and polluting, fruits and everything else for everybody. And edibles. All right. What are edibles? Anybody?
Oh, you just said foods that are mixed with marijuana.
Right.
Brownies, cookies, poison peaches.
The thing with edibles, what one has to understand is that, say for instance, we all go, an individual would go and buy a brownie that's infused, or buy a dozen of brownies that's infused. There's no law that regulates how much percentage of THC is in that brownie. So therefore, you have from 0.3% to who knows how high the percentage of that, not knowing the cause and effect of what a first-time trier would be using